For the highlights, NFT and hydroponic system, this slide will be get from our previous group presentations. Through this task, I had learned how nutrient flow and easy control are important in the precision agriculture. For the NFT hydroponic system our group we had doing the sketch and even like planning with these measurements to do and the flow of the methodology and even from building to planting and harvest, and we had meet out a lot of problem and challenging. So the methodology start with sketching and design a hydroponic kits. Then we create a fertilizer formulation and build our own hydroponic kits, and then do seeding, troubleshooting to see whether our hydroponic design is actually works or not, and even transplanting when the seedlings is growing. Then we monitor, then harvest, then we do the data analysis to identify what problem we meet. For the equipment, we using growing pipes, net pot, elbow, brush reducer, level inverter reducer, nutrient tank reverser, and support stand, and even the inlet tubes that is a supply line, outlet pipes, and water pump in the water tank. For fertilizer A, we're using calcinate 0.59 kilo and resolene 1.25 gram, and catalyzer 37.5 milliliter. And fertilizer B, we're using 40K 0.688 kilo and NPK 0.015 kilo. So the first calcinate we're using is to provide calcium, and this nitrogen. This is for the rapid growth, for vegetative growth and building the cell wall. 40K is used to like promotes the balance of growth and leaf colors and provides a micronutrient. NPK is used to like source of phosphorus and potassium for enhance the food formation. Resolene micronutrient is used to provide essential trace elements such as irons, magnesium, zinc, copper, boron, and more. Resolene is used to provide essential trace elements such as irons, magnesium, zinc, copper, boron, and molybdenum, and this is prevent the micronutrient deficiencies and enhance the photosynthesis and enzyme activities. Catalyzers as a growth enhancers to biostimulator, then improve yield and overall plant health. The plant that we use is gem, lettuce Raphael, and ants, field, and gouging, cook, and Christabel. Performance analysis, adaptability, gem lettuce varieties is resilient to the abiotic stress such as inconsistent water. And strong nutrient use efficiency, little gems and Raphael can be said as a cultivar that maintains a growth even when nutrient availability is low, which means they adapt well. What went wrong when doing this project? We actually doing the incorrect fertilizer formulations, and weed root established when vegetative growing stage, and even leaking in the NFT system, so the nutrient solution is leaked from the NFT could not be provided for the for our system. The factor can be affect the growth is EC and pH. First will be this, and light intensity due to we do it in the half shady places, so reduce the photosynthesis. And root health and transplant condition examples like we says that weak root established can be not the plant will not be accept a lot of like nutrient from the solutions, and fertilizer formulation can be the main issues that can provide the nutrient for the plant. So the recommendation, the broader applications we implement improve two-level NFT design for the urban and vertical farmings, and we integrate with IoT sensors checking the pH, EC, and flow rates. And they will be easier for us to train and improve set out training or education's purpose in hydroponic demonstrations. In conclusions, energy system is generally efficient and sustainable for the lettuce productions, and palm regulations, slope designs, and nutrient formulations still require optimize for this uniform growth and stronger potential for the commercial and educational applications in the modern hydroponic farming. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Kitty Kleinkater. My topic talk about today is from waste to soil goal, sorting green and browns. It is a call to action for everyone's everyday sustainability. Did you know how many food waste produced at home in Malaysia per day? According to the source from the SW Corp's 2022 reports, Malaysia wastes about 16,688 tons of food daily, enough to feed 2.2 million people 3 times a day. From the report, we can see that Solid Waste and Public Cleansing Management Corporation (SW Corp Malaysia) says that households contribute the most food waste, which is 38%, followed by the wet markets 24%, restaurants 23%, and hotels 7% in between 2019 to 2021. 17,000 tons of food waste daily household are produced, with about 24%, which is the 4,005 tons still edibles, which means still can be eaten. Okay, let's talk about the introductions. What is composting? Composting is the aerobic oxygen required biological decompose of organic materials by microorganisms under controlled conditions with using carbon and nitrogen for growth, water for digestion, and oxygen for respiration. So, which means composting turns waste into life. Let's have a move to the one bucket bokashi composting. What is one bucket bokashi composting? It is applies this process in a single seal bucket, making it a simple and space-efficient way to manage kitchen waste. What is bokashi and EM? You may curious how they work and what is this. Bokashi means fermented organic matter. In Japanese, is an anaerobic composting method that uses effective microorganisms (EM) to ferment food waste in airtight containers. Let's have a move to do the actions. Step for one bucket bokashi composting with EM. The first step, we prepare the bucket. Use a 3 to 5 gallons airtight bucket, which is no air hole, adding a small drainage layer at the bottom, which is optional, or simply tightens or drains any liquids occasionally. For the second step, we may add the food waste. Food waste is the green materials. We can collect from the kitchen scraps such as fruits, vegetables, rice, and eggshells. Avoid too much liquid and also oily food or large bowls, and drain the watery leftover before we adding into the step 3. We add bokashi bran and brown materials. Spread a small amount of bokashi bran, which already contains effective microorganisms (EM), after each layer of waste. Add a thin layer of dry brown, such as shredded paper, dry leaves, or soda to absorb the moisture and balance carbons, which means we make it step layer by layers. The first layer will be greens, second layer will be brown, and the bokashi. Then make it with the same step for the next step. For the step 4, we compact and seal, which means we press down tightly to remove the air pockets in the pail. Seal the bucket tightly. This is keep the oxygen out. That we can proceed with the anaerobic stage. Then continue layer until the bucket is full. That step 5 is fermentation stage, which take around 2 to 3 weeks. Keep the bucket sealed in a cool, shaded place for about 2 to 3 weeks. A slightly sweet sour smell means good fermentations that is not rotting. If liquid forms, it is called bokashi tea. Drain it and dilute it before using as a fertilizer. Before we do the bokashi composting, we must understand what is the brown materials and green materials. Brown material, which is a carbon-rich material, these are dry, tough or woody material that provide carbon, the energy source for microbiomes, and helps maintain structures and air flow. The brown material that we use is dry leaf, which is a fallen leaf, paper, piece or shoulder, toilet roll, paper tube, which is paper tube, eggshells, technically minerals but it's a brown, add structure and calciums. You may replace with another examples, which is cardboard, sawdust or wood chips, dry twigs, orange branch, straw and hay. Dry coconut has fiber. Now we talk about the green material, which is a nitrogen rich. These are wet, soft, or fresh organic material that provides nitrogen that help fix the microbiomes that break down your compost. The green material that I use are fruit peels and rinds, lettuce waste, food scraps, vegetable films, sweet leaf bush, bokashi. You can use another alternative example, which are the grass clips, coffee grounds, tea leaf or tea bags, fresh garden trimmings, and manure. This is our group members, and we're going to present how to do this bokashi one bucket compost. Now we talk about the benefit of composting. First, reduce waste. Composting helps divert food scraps and organic waste from landfills, reduces overall waste volume and methane gas emissions. For the second benefits, we can get enriched soils. The compost produces improved soil structure, fertility, and water retentions. They can creating a healthier environment for plant growth. Benefit is recycles nutrients naturally. Compost returns valuable nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium back to the soil, closing the nutrient loops. So for the fourth benefit is saving money and resources. It can reduce the needs for chemical fertilizer and lower waste disposal costs. For the number fifth composting benefit is supporting sustainable living. Composting promotes eco-friendly habits and contributes to environmental conservation. Thank you for your attention. Let's do compost, turn waste into life. Let's start composting at home to create a better world. Other information channel at Agroz, Unimas, 2U2I, Kabum Banda, Zero Waste, and Compost. Thank you for your attention. my name is Agrotechnology. I'm currently in the supermarket doing the marketing survey with interviews. As a vegetable lovers and fruit lovers, I'm also curious that would consumers in Malaysia would accept and have awareness about the indoor farming vegetable. So let's see, have a look, would they be acceptable for farming, on-site farming vegetable or the indoor farming vegetable? So what do they think? Let's have a look, then check it out. Market survivor, we're not just doing at the supermarket, we're also doing in the wet markets, even the short lots markets, asking the opinions of the consumer. Due to privacy reasons, the respondents are not willing to be recorded, so I would explain the verbal communications interviews content. The first respondent that I interview is Mr. Chai, who is 61 years old shopkeeper. He says that he will do grocery once a week. For the awareness of indoor farming, Mr. Chai says that he had ever heard about indoor farming vegetable. He says that he first learned about indoor farming vegetable is for grocery in supermarket and promote in the social medias. Comparing to traditional vegetable, Mr. Chai says that indoor farming vegetable is cleaner. From the perspective about indoor farming vegetable are safe because of using less pesticides, Mr. Chai says that he remains neutral, says that they have doubt about this. Although he remains neutral about the perspective, he was still willing to buy indoor farm vegetables. So now we talk about the price sensitivities. Mr. Chai says that if indoor farm vegetables are usually more expensive, but he may be still purchase it because if the price is still not much difference in between. By comparisons between the regular vegetable that costs 5 ringgit, he will still pay more higher 50 cents to purchase the indoor farm vegetables. Mr. Chai said that he thinks that indoor farm is really important for the future securities in Malaysia. He would also recommend to his friends and families about the indoor farm vegetables. So the second respondent that I interviewed is Madam Ong, who is 59 years old, housewife, and she says that she would doing grocery once a week. Madam Ong says that she had ever tried indoor farm vegetables. Her first learn about indoor farm vegetable is from the grocery in supermarket and school or university promoting. In her talk, by comparing the traditional vegetable, indoor farming vegetables are safer. She remains neutral perspective about indoor farms vegetables are safer because they use less pesticide. For the price sensitivities, indoor farm vegetables are usually more expensive. Madam Ong clarifies that she would not purchase because too expensive. By comparing regular vegetable cost 5 ringgit, she says that he would willing to pay more 1 ringgit to buy the indoor farm vegetables. Madam Ong agrees with the point that indoor farming is important for the future food security in Malaysia. She will recommend indoor farm vegetables to her friends and families. In this video interview about the market surveys, I am clearly understand the different demographic groups reflects different opinions about the awareness and acceptance of indoor farming vegetables in Malaysia. Even knows and accept the indoor farming vegetable, and some don't even know about this. So in future, indoor farming vegetable can be the trend and food securities in Malaysia. That's all for me, the interviews. I'm Kitty. Thanks for watching.